Hey there. If you've ever tried to update QuickBooks and been hit with that dreaded error 15241, you know exactly how frustrating it can be. It just stops you dead in your tracks. Well, in this explainer, we're going to get that solved for you step by step.
So picture this. You're right in the middle of something important. You go to update your payroll and bam, update failed. It is so frustrating and it can totally derail your entire day's work.
That mysterious failure message? 9 times out of 10, it's QuickBooks Error 15241. But here's the good news. It is absolutely solvable. Our goal here is to get you past this roadblock, and fast. So, let's start by figuring out what's really going on under the hood.
Okay, first things first. To fix a problem, you gotta understand the problem, right? So what exactly is this error that's causing all this chaos?
This is the moment it all goes wrong. You're just trying to keep your payroll tax tables up to date, the responsible thing to do. You hit update, and that process just breaks. It's a clear signal that the update process has failed somewhere along the line.
Now you might see this weird term in the error message, FCS, or File Copy Service. What is that? Well, think of the FCS as the little engine that runs all your updates. It works quietly in the background, downloading and installing all the new files. When that engine stalls out, error 15241 is basically the check engine light flashing on your dashboard.
All right, so we know the file copy service failed. But why? Why did it fail? Let's dig into some of the most common reasons this happens. And this is where it gets a little tricky, because it could be a few different things. The file itself could be damaged, or maybe the first time you installed QuickBooks, something just didn't go quite right. It could even be your antivirus software being a little too protective and blocking the update, or sometimes it's a deeper issue with Windows itself. So how do you know for sure that error 15241 is what you're dealing with? Let's go over the classic signs, just to make sure we're on the right track.
Well, the most obvious symptom is, the giant pop-up window with the error code. But sometimes it's way worse than that. You might see the QuickBooks window just completely crash, or your whole computer might freeze up, or just start running incredibly slow. And maybe the most maddening of all, your mouse and keyboard just stop responding. That is a huge red flag.
All right, you've identified the error, you've got a good idea of the causes and symptoms. Now for the most important part, how to fix it. We're going to walk through 2 main methods that honestly solve this problem for most people.
Method number 1 is the simplest, and a lot of times it's the most effective. QuickBooks actually has this little utility file built right in. It's called reboot.bat, and it's designed specifically to re-register all its different parts with Windows. You can just think of it as a master reset button for all of QuickBooks services. The process here is really straightforward. First, you're going to go find your QuickBooks program folder. It's usually in Program Files on your main C drive. Once you find that reboot.bat file, just double-click it. You'll see a black command window flash on the screen for a bit. When it's gone, here's the important part. Restart your whole computer before you open QuickBooks again to check if it worked. Okay, so what if that first trick didn't quite do it? Well, our second method is all about manually kicking off the payroll update from inside the software. Sometimes just giving it that direct command is enough to push it through whatever was blocking it before. And you can see here, it's actually super simple. Just open up QuickBooks and head to the Employees menu. From there, you'll choose Get Payroll Updates. In the window that pops up, just make sure that box for downloading the entire update is checked, and then click that Update button. With any luck, you'll see a sweet success message this time, telling you your tax tables are all up to date. Now we've covered the 2 most common fixes that you can do yourself. But what if you've tried both of these and you are still stuck looking at that frustrating error message? Look, this is the point where it's time to call in the pros. If the simple fixes don't work, it probably means there's a deeper issue with your system. There's really no need to spend hours getting more and more frustrated. The QuickBooks support team deals with these complex situations all day long. And the real advantage here is that they can often connect to your computer remotely. This means they can diagnose the problem way faster than you trying to explain a bunch of complex stuff over the phone. They have the tools to find the exact cause and get you back on track.
So, there you have it. You are now officially equipped to understand, identify, and fix QuickBooks Error 15241. And this isn't just about fixing one little error. It's about taking back control of your own workflow. So the next time an update fails, you're not going to feel stuck.